Recently, in the news, there's been this great debate between two fast food restaurants, Wendy's and Burger King. Wendy's came out with this new marketing campaign, picked four for $4, while Burger King had five for $4. When Wendy was asked about how they would respond to this new marketing campaign by Burger King, they simply responded with that we will continue to make food that is actually edible. Now this is interesting because so often our response to things is come through emotion. When we're under attack, when we're under fire, we resort to emotion. And so sometimes we lose our integrity because we're not thinking clearly. We looked at the story of Abraham this week as we finished our series on core values, and we looked at the idea of integrity and what integrity means. And we see that Abraham was this faith-filled man, that he was a blessing, that he taught character to the generations that fled from his line and his family. And we see that he lived with integrity, and there's only one moment when he was called to action. He was called to this great response, and it was when Lot was taken over, when the land of the kings had finally diminished and they've lost their values, and so Lot was taken captive, and he rises up in defense of the one he loves, of his family. And so we see that sometimes in life our integrity is matched by our response to things. But we see here that Abraham's thought was of love and was seeking out those around him. And so today we inspire our students to think in that way, that we can live in a way of integrity, to find peace and balance in our lives that shows Christ's love to those around us, that we're living in such a way that we're equipping ourselves for God's work, and we're finding our value in who we are, and we're not striving to be others. Just like David, as he's preparing for battle, they gave him Saul's armor. He had this armor that was too big for him, the sword that wasn't his size, a shield that he could hardly lift. And we see that what David did in preparation for battle against Goliath was he removed that armor. He grabbed his own weapon and went into battle. See, sometimes we're fighting battles on other people's terms, the way that they would do it, and not the way that we're equipped to fight. God has blessed each and every one of us in a certain way, and He equipped us for His glory. And it's for us to identify with that and establish a connection with that and find peace with who God's created us to be and how we can live our way through Him. So that was our challenge for our students. I have a few upcoming events that I'd like to cover with you as we're entering our time for CIY. We have a few fundraisers coming up. On February 14th, we're having a spaghetti dinner here at the church. As a fundraiser, it's by donation only, so if you would invite your family and your loved ones and your churches, that'd be awesome to help support the kids as we prepare for CIY. And then March 6th is our annual trivia night here, which is always a good night of fun. Unfortunately, you guys have to think like me because I think of the questions. But if you could get a team together of your family and friends and churches, that'd be awesome as well. And we'll have a sign-up for that coming out shortly. And so we want to encourage you to continue to think and pray over the idea of sending your student to CIY. It's such a great event. It's a week long in July that we'll be going to Holland, Michigan this year. And it's really something that will change and impact your students' life for the better. And so we want to encourage you to think and truly pray over that process as the time comes up. And so this Sunday we will not be in the building. It'll be Super Bowl night. They will be meeting at my house. Doors open at 5 o'clock. Game starts at 5:30 to just celebrate and fellowship as we watch the game together. And so in all things, I just want to continue to pray a blessing over you and your family. So have a great week.